I'll go last.
All right.
All right. Welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time, and we show you the junk that we bought throughout the week. We tell you what we paid and what we're going to sell it for. Hopefully, everybody that signed up for text messages got their text. There's some new laws out there, and so some of our texts are getting delayed until the next day because apparently it's too late to text the peeps and the East Coast, West Coast, or East Coast?
East Coast.
And Central Time. So we'll see what happens. But hello.
But we're here anyway.
Yeah, is my mic okay? I don't like wearing it when I'm wearing a sweatshirt. You might. I'm just going to put it right there.
I think you'll be all right.
All right.
Okay, should we show some stuff, or did you tell them where to buy it from?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. If you guys, you're going to have to do some repair.
That is way broken. All right, keep going.
If you go to JamieRayVintage.com and you click Saturday Thrift Haul, all the items are there. Or Mariah is on tonight, and she is going to be dropping links, and you can click those links and shop. However, things sell fast. So if you see something you like, you definitely want to check the Thrift Haul on the website because you don't want to miss out.
It also does not hold your cart for very long. You got like 5 minutes to check out, and then it dumps it back into inventory. Just saying. That's a default thing we can't change. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you these candlesticks. They're gold. This one was 75 cents. Now I know why. This one was $1.50, a little bit taller. They're made out of wood, so not a big deal. I will glue this. I'll glue it. I'll find some glue and press them together.
I took the wood glue to the shop.
I have glue still. It's just in a gallon.
So
I will be painting these, and they will be $28.95 when they're all done. We might get around to painting these tonight. We're using the new cottage color paints that we just got in. I think
we're going to wait because I want to make sure that gets fixed right.
I have glue.
I know, but we have other things. Okay.
We do have other things we can paint. But they'll be $28.95.
Somebody really likes sparkly gold because these aren't just gold; they're like glitter.
It'll be good. The gold coming through will be great when they're done. It'll look really good.
Zeb will make sure it's good. Are you not on YouTube tonight? We are live on YouTube. People are commenting there, Grambo.
But also on Facebook.
Yeah, but also on Facebook. And then Kai said, "Hi, Odelia. Are you baking something special for Mother's Day?" She bought me a cake at Costco.
Yeah, with grandma.
So she texted me. She's like, "It's supposed to be a surprise, but I just want to make sure. You want this cake?" And I was like, mm-hmm.
She's like, "Yes." I'm glad they got one because I was going to go get that same cake. I was actually going to get two, but they only got one.
When would you have had time? I
don't know. I sneak away sometimes.
You already broke it down to me that I'm not getting Mother's Day flowers because we were working all day. I was like, it's fine.
We're a minute late, and I haven't stopped.
Yeah, we've been going nonstop all day. I'm like, I'm not one of those women that's like, you didn't buy me flowers. Like, I don't care. You don't gotta buy me anything. Just make me breakfast.
All right, this little urn has a lid,
and it has the best patina finish on it ever. It's like super textured, chippy. It's got like the mossy color on it.
So it's like this little bow wreath.
Yeah. How much was that?
This, I don't even remember. I think it was like $4, something like that.
I think it was $4 or $5.
We're selling it for $22.95. It already has the finish we always try to put on it.
Yeah, it's really good. We did some thrifting at Goodwill, so some of the stuff is a little more than we would have probably paid at DI, but it's super cute.
I think it's plaster. I'm trying to see if there's any chips or anything that will tell me what it is, but I'm not sure what it is underneath, but it's good.
It's a good one. That is cute. Thanks, Phoebe. Oh, Grambo found us on the YouTube. All right. Good morning, Karina. She is in Sweden. Time there.
That's awesome.
I almost didn't buy what Zeb has in his hand because I was like, I don't know.
She's on the fence. She's like, should I get this? Should I not get this? I'm like, it's got feet. Get it. And a spoon. It's very beachy. It was $4 and it's pewter. And so there's like a little sauce dish and then a main serving dish. The whole thing was $4? Was it together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it was made in Mexico originally. Yep.
Old Town Imports.
And then how much is it?
$29.95 for the whole set.
I wonder if it came from Old Town San Diego because that's very beachy.
Maybe.
It's really cool. So $29.95 is how much we're selling it for. Comment, do you guys like pewter? I feel like there's people who love pewter and people are like, yeah, I don't want it. I like it. I'm a fan.
I think it looks good and it shines up real easy too.
It'd be really good with like some seafood inspired buffet.
All right. I will show you this huge trunk in a minute. It's cool. It's got some old school military ephemera and even a tag on it from being shipped.
I feel like to show them, we're gonna have to show all the stuff around it, and then
I'll
can
have
show
to
them
pull
the
it
trunk.
off. It's heavy and it's got metal clasps on the bottom, so I can't like slide it on the table. I don't want to scratch it. All right, clock. I will most likely paint this tonight because when I got this, Jamie's like, I don't like the numbers on that. They're plastic.
I was like, I don't like
numbers.
that. And he said, I want it. I'm like, that's fine. This is what happens is he always has something better to do with his time. And by better, I mean really things that he needs to do. And so I wind up doing the thrift haul, like whatever we don't do the night of. And then he has like random stuff I don't want to paint. So I was like,
sometimes I thrift some weird things or things that she doesn't love as much as she wants to love them.
Or I just don't want to paint them. And so I told him, I'm like, we could buy this clock. I don't care, but just you have to paint it.
And I told her, I'm like, I'll paint it. And she's like, this always happens.
So Zevin's for sure painting that one.
If you saw the story with the lathe, I was going to move it. I always have good intentions, but I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was moving 2x4s, which were bigger than lathe, while she was moving lathe.
Lots of people liking the pewter. And BB says she loves the trunk.
The trunk is cool, and we'll show it to you. And I'll move it all around and show you.
I think this is like the perfect Mother's Day bust. So cute. It has some damage, so we're going to repaint it.
Well, at one point, I think the whole head was split off.
At one point, she was a headless wonder. They did a great job. It's glued together very, very well, but it needs to be fixed. So we will fix the crack. We'll fix this side right here where a little bit of the plaster's coming off. We paid $6 for it, and we're going to fix it and then repaint it. It will probably not look exactly the way that it does now, although I do love the paint finish.
The
so
two-tone
we'll see.
is cool.
And it's going to be how much once we fix it and paint it?
Once we fix it and paint it, $69.95.
It's a really busts are like super popular right now.
It's heavy too. It's solid. It's not hollow.
Yeah, and it's vintage. It's 1960. Somebody did it for their mom. What did it say on the bottom? 1960.
Okay, let's look and see. It says
1967.
Christmas 1967 from Bennett.
Made by Dar in California. I think Dar in California is who made the ceramics.
It's good.
She's smiling nice. I'm like, usually when a kid hangs around my neck, I'm like, stop hanging from my neck. But that mom is really sweet.
I'm gonna get a crick.
All right. Let's see. Is the bust homemade? It probably was painted at like, how you go to ceramic places and paint it. So like somebody home painted it. It was probably matte. The actual bust itself was probably mass produced like in a ceramic studio. All right, let's do this. Oh, this one even has a little like removable.
This is an actual usable bird cage should someone want it to be that. And it's got the tray so you can poop or scoop just one little, hose it off outside and you're done. But if you want to use it as decor like we would do, you can just pull this out, put your decor in, maybe not like that, slide it back in, just leave it as is, who knows. $29.95 is what we're selling it for. It does not need anything. It's already chippy and good, been painted. We bought it for $5.99 at the Goodwill.
Yeah, I think it would be really cute to put a plant.
It's wood, all wood.
Lorianne said it'd be cute with a plant.
Yep.
I think so. Or like some fake floral. No ivy though.
No ivy.
Birdcages always do really well. Do you guys remember that tall bird cage that was in the shop that I didn't put online because it's too tall to ship? It sold today.
Nice.
Or was it yesterday? Either today or yesterday. But anyways, it sold.
So this is a paper towel holder. I love it because it's got this turned piece on top.
Is it metal or wood?
It's wood, but it's oak, and it says crafted by.
Oh, Deborah said that those were made at the church in the 70s. Deborah, did you have one of those? I think that she did.
Oh, really?
So
the
that
bust?
So it could have been like a Super Saturday activity, which would explain why I'd be here because everybody goes to church. Like in the 70s, everybody was going to church here. So,
so this is crafted by Kerr Bringhurst. It's in the weird cursive. It's like it's his real signature.
We're gonna leave that on there.
In Sandy, Utah.
Handmade. I love it because it's thick and chunky, and it's not gonna fall over.
No, it's very stable. It's oak. The whole thing.
You could yank on those paper towels all day long, and you're good.
All right. Oh, we got it for $1.50. We're selling it for $18.95. I almost forgot what I was doing here.
Like, what are we doing here? So
I had a yawn.
Zeb found these. They were $1.50 each. Was like the deal of the century. This is like old tongue and groove barnwood, like a planked barn, and they just have the original finish on there with a canning jar. And then there's a flower frog on the top. And
so this is shiplap when it was the underlayment of the wall.
Well, like I think it was barn.
Because they didn't really leave shiplap exposed.
See how there's paint on it?
Yeah.
It's barnwood.
Could be.
It's tongue and groove. $14.95 is what we're selling for. And it already also has the hook on the back. So like somebody did what we would do for Waste Not Wednesday, but it was already done for $1.50.
I got the whole situation because the jars had frogs on them.
Yeah, you know what a frog is because you're a very good man. All right.
Is that all
you
it takes?
Are. There's a lot of men that wouldn't know what that was. $14.95 each for these.
Flower frog. There you go.
My son made one of those in high school. They still use it today.
Nice.
Nice. Is it Carl or Carl's wife commenting?
It's usually Carl.
It's
usually Carl.
How did they attach the jar with like baling wire and then they drilled a hole and
so
then
it's
pulled
just
it through the back?
It's just around the top there, and then here's the clasp in the back, and the wire goes around right.
It's a really good design and pretty simple to make if you have all the.
If you got the stuff.
You don't see the birdcage on the website, did Mariah drop the link?
I don't know.
Yeah, she did. So if you scroll back, Mariah dropped the link.
Does it
not? She dropped it again.
Does it not show?
Oh, Carl said they watched together.
Nice.
Hey, Susan from Virginia.
All right, so this is another birdcage type situation.
It's a lantern.
Lantern type situation.
It's $39.95. It's really good as is, but I hate this. I don't know why.
It's just
like looks like bubbles,
geometric,
like
round.
black bubbles. It's very modern looking and it's dented in the back. So my plan is to have Zeb cut a piece of wood to put on the top. She
informed me tonight. She's like, "Oh, by the way, you got to cut a piece of wood. I'm taking that off."
Yeah, it screws on. So I'm going to unscrew it. It looks like a lunchbox. It doesn't go together. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to put a piece of wood on the top, and then I'll put a new handle on the top because I like the handle idea.
This
Maybe
is
something
not a
cast
skipping
iron.
lantern. Don't skip with your lanterns; they'll blow out.
I'm going to put a really cool handle on top. Anyways, and it's getting a new paint job. So there you go. And it was $4, and I'm selling it for $39.95 once I do all those things. Already sold. Did the lantern already sell? That's cool. You guys are shopping tonight. Things go fast.
So I'm half tempted to put this in the crook of my elbow and skip with it.
Kai said, saw that I tracked down Katie Scott and her big move. I did see that. I follow Katie Scott. We've been friends for a while. Hey, Les. Zeb is skipping, so you came just in time.
So we've known Katie since before she had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
She found us on YouTube, and we shipped her our very first international shipment to Canada. We practiced with her because we're like, we've never done this. We've never shipped to Canada. How do we do this?
People ask us.
And we shipped her some DIY paint.
Yeah, well, people ask us, they're like, how do you know how to do things? You just do them. Like,
we're like, Katie, do you want to get some free stuff? We're going to ship it.
We can't ship DIY paint now.
We can't anymore. But at the time when we first started, we were getting things figured out.
We ship lots of other stuff.
Yeah, we've known Katie a long time. She's great. She's awesome.
I love Katie. She's funny.
And I love the way that she does her videos.
Yeah, she's a really good editor. We should have her edit our videos.
I know. I should just hire
her. Yeah. Katie, you want a job? All right. So where's the price tag? Did you skip it off?
It might have blown off with that furious
Luckily,
skipping.
Mariah's hot on the keypad today. It's $44.95. And I believe it was $1.50. Normally they're like $4, but it didn't have a price tag.
I think it didn't have a tag, and usually if they don't have a tag, they're just trying to get you through line quick, and they're
the
like,
manager was
$1.50.
like, yeah, $1.50. I'm like, score. So we're selling this vintage picking basket for $44.95. I love it because of the shape. I love the handles. I love the patina. I love that it's so the way it's a picking basket.
Basically, she loves it.
I love all the things. It dips down like this, so you can go to your garden and get your fresh cut flowers, and you pick them, and then you put them beautifully displayed on each side. If you don't have a picking garden, then you just go to Trader Joe's or Costco, and then you buy the flowers and you put them in there, or you could just buy fake flowers. Done. But
flowers forever.
Let's see.
I don't know if we've even mentioned it. The new stencils are out. It's been a long time coming because we've been working over at the new shop.
Let's be honest. I was not inspired.
And we went to England.
I have to wait till inspiration hits.
Well, I feel like you were really waiting till we got back from England because you're like, I want to see what kind of ephemera and things we can find over there.
That is true. I was waiting for that. So great basket. The night is complete. Zeb skipping mode did it. And Carl said, well, we are pickers, so the picking basket is appropriate.
It is. Well, and we're growing a bunch of berries over at the church, too. So might actually get some berry use.
It won't because we're going to sell it.
Yeah, it's probably already gone.
It's a really good basket. It won't last. Copper. This has a little stopper.
It's
copper with a stopper.
Inside. Yep.
It's tin lined, so you can use it. And it's $24.95. And it's got a turned wood knob and handle. How much was it?
I think
was it $24.95?
No, I paid $2 for it. I don't know where the price tag went. Why are my price tags falling off?
$24.95. You wrote it on there. Oh, Delia, you're gonna go crash Morp. I told you to get a date to Morp, and you didn't want to go.
I didn't want to go.
There's some boy at home crying because you didn't invite him to go. I
didn't even know it was Morp tonight.
No, Cooper's getting me in.
Cooper's getting you in. Isn't that who I told you to ask?
Anyway, apparently it's Morp.
Anyways, Morp is like
Prom
girls
backwards.
ask guys prom backwards. They usually have a weird theme. It's at the fairgrounds, which are literally around like down the street
from here. All right, I didn't say how much. I got distracted by
$24.95.
$24.95.
Sorry. Do you have a video that shows how to pack the shipping items? Not on our channel. We do it for business coaching, but there's not enough people that would watch that kind of a video on our channel. We've tried those kinds of videos, so we just do it for business coaching. This
is weapon grade. It's heavy.
It's not weapon grade because it's got a crack in it.
No, it's got a rod going up to the middle. So it's still, the crack is that's just like visual. It's cosmetic damage. But it's easy to hold on to. You might even be able to get it like this. Oh, it's heavier this way. So just saying. You know, if you need something by the nightstand. Or if you just want something cute, we purchased this for $1.50. We're going to paint it. We're going to fix the little crack in here. Like Zeb said, there's a rod that goes all the way through. Yeah. So it's just cosmetic. It's strong. And then we're going to sell it for decor or weapon grade, whatever, $16.95. Let's see. High schoolers are fun. Odelia is fun. She's super sweet. She took my dad to go get. Here's how great Odelia is. We're putting in the garden behind the church right now, and we just got done taking out like 18 wheelbarrows full of weeds that had overgrown. Oh my gosh, so many. It's we hadn't gotten to it, and springtime happened, and it rained a little bit, no and it like grew a bunch of weeds. Anyway, I'm like, Odelia, the soil's kind of sandy. I need some manure from the sheep pen. I'm gonna need like 5 or 6 bags. She's like, okay, I'll do it. So she scooped up some manure, brought it over to me, and then her mom sent us to go get us Taco Bell, and she was super pumped about the Taco Bell. Yeah, she was like, oh, I will totally scoop poop for you for Taco Bell. Like it was a really good exchange. And she brought us Taco Bell, and we were starving. Yeah, Kai says weeds are everywhere. Look at these. These are not weeds. These are flowers. I was going to maybe paint them. You want to tap? Oh, there it is. It's not blurry anymore. Oh, it's blurry again. I'll go up front and fix it. Just because there's a lot of detail. You can make like a flower bra with them. There we go. I feel like the more like animals and gardening that we do, that I am farmer-ish, just like my sweatshirt says. All right, so those were $2.99 each, and we are not painting them because the flowers are so good. From Goodwill, right? For what? Goodwill. At Goodwill, and we're selling for $16.95 each. Is that what that says? Mm-hmm. Yep, $16.95. Oh, and Mariah dropped a link to my sweatshirt. We only have it in 2X and 3X because I think they're gonna not make it anymore. So. But I'm wearing a 1X, and I actually think I'm going to size up to a 2X because I love me a big sweater. But we have 1,600 square feet of garden. About 1,200. 1,200 square feet. 1,200 square feet of garden going in at the church. Which is bigger than the first 2 places we lived in when we got married. So I feel like once I plant that, and then I have sheep and chickens, I really am a farmer-ish. All right, so we bought... Maybe you should have it say gardener-ish.
That's a farmer when you farm the land. And I have a farmhouse style decor.
I feel like a farm is enough to feed like a lot of families, and a garden is enough to feed yours. Just saying.
Well,
Your
I think
shirt's
we'll
cute.
I think we'll have more than we need.
Yeah, we sure will.
So doesn't that count as a farmer?
It's gonna be a lot.
If I
We're gonna have to have like a mini farmers market on Saturdays
say,
over at the church.
if I have too much and I sell at the church, then I am a farmer.
There's
Okay.
gonna be zucchini crimes. I'm gonna be leaving them in every car door I find unlocked.
I forgot this was. You come buy something, free zucchini with every purchase.
Yeah.
Okay. This I forgot was on my lap. They forgot to put a price tag on it. Normally they're $4 for their Afghans. It was $1.50.
Yeah.
And I'm selling it for $16.95.
The manager came over. She's like, "Ooh, that's a good one, $1.50."
Yeah, and it's really soft. Like they used really good yarn, so this is a good one.
All right, I got a couple little creamers. One is brass and one is stainless steel that's losing its head. Got excited. But this one's a creamer. This one's probably for sugar or something on there. It doesn't have a spoon, doesn't have a slot for a spoon, but I like it. Mostly I liked the handle on it. Can you see?
It's really cute.
It was, I think it was $1. It doesn't say anymore. We're selling it for $6.95. This one was $1 as well. Anytime I find brass, especially if it's under like $5. Yeah, this is really thick on the handle and all through the whole piece. We're selling this one for $9.95. Great little creamer.
So Kathy says the chickens and dogs are staying and the sheep are the church. So the sheep and the chickens are the church.
Han and Chewy, the sheep, they do a really good job at looking out for the chickens. They like to have the chickens there. If you ever have sheep, keep your chickens with your sheep. It'll keep all the parasites that might afflict your sheep away. You won't have any troubles like having to deworm your sheep.
The chickens go through their poop and they eat them. Also, the chickens are over there because Rex really likes the chickens too. He likes to have chicken nuggets. He's a bird dog, and
he's discovered that his best life is a bird dog.
We put out the little ones that didn't give much of a fight and could slip through the.
If you terrify them enough, which Cody did, Cody got in the pen. The little chickens figured out how to get through the chain link, and Rex was waiting on the other side.
Cody, they tag team. Cody got him out of the coop, and Rex.
This has happened a couple times now. So the chickens are over.
So, anyways, in an effort to save the lives of our chickens, they are with the sheep, which they were going to go anyways. But once that happened, we're like, nope.
Yeah, we did it same day.
Aren't you afraid of predators? Yeah, my dogs. They're the predators.
Yeah, there's not really. I mean, we live in town. I mean, the chickens, the Americanas, will be the size of a small turkey. Unless it's like a huge cat, no one's going to mess with them.
And something could get at our sheep, but something could get at our sheep here too. So, and our son lives on the property.
Yeah, the sheep pen, half of the wall of Harrington's cottage is part of their fence.
Yeah.
All right, we have false graph soup tureen, complete with lid and ladle.
Denise said that was farmer's knowledge that we knew that.
What?
About the sheep.
Oh.
See,
watch
farmer-ish. We know all.
Watch out, Denise. Stuff. Between the two of us, we know everything. We're like teenagers over here.
I don't know about that. Donkeys will protect your livestock. Good to know. Maybe we'll get a donkey.
Oh. Well, Chewy and Han, like Rex won't mess with them because they'll straight headbutt him across the yard.
I actually feel like if Han and Chewy had been there, they would have headbutted the crap out of Cody. But I had already moved the sheep, and the chickens were left to defend themselves. All right, let's talk about this false graph. Oh, hold on, is this chipped or is this just? Oh, it's just. Never mind.
It needs
just
washed.
No, it had tape on it.
Oh, tape.
It was.
How much was this?
This was $4. And it comes with, I always find them without the spoons. This one has the spoon.
I love the little ladle. It's got a flat bottom. It's not quite heavy enough to keep it, but I still love that it's there.
Yeah, $4, false graph, and we're selling for how much?
I lost the tape on this one.
It's underneath.
Mariah, we need the link.
She probably already put it up there.
It's not underneath. It's not underneath.
It's on the front.
It's on the front. It's $29.95 on the front.
We got a lot of sun today.
Oh.
I'm not wearing any makeup, so you can probably see how red my face is.
Jamie was showering. I'm like, hey, you got some sun in highlights. She's like, these are dirt highlights.
Yeah, my hair was so dirty it looked lighter because the dirt was lighter than my hair color. Oh my gosh, I'm just glad I got showered. A neighborly thing to do would be to sell your excess manures. I hear there may be a fertilizer shortage. Oh, we wouldn't sell it. If anybody
Yeah,
needed
if you need it, come get it.
if our neighbors need it for their garden, we will scoop it right up. We actually will probably bring over some more there to help.
Here's the thing. Our garden's big enough. It'll probably take most of what we have.
But yeah, if somebody wants our sheep poop, they're more than welcome.
You need some good Han and Chewy excrement. This was $5.99.
It's Limoges.
It's porcelain
from France. And we're selling it for how much?
$29.95.
I love
platter.
the purple flowers on it. It does have a couple of flea bites on it, little mini chippy doos. Oh,
no, it's fine.
But it's gorgeous. It's just very dainty. And can you bring it up close?
Yeah, it's very bright. I'm coming.
The DI in Houston tapes everything down. Yeah, they put tape on them to keep them all together. All right, there we go. It's a very dainty, elegant platter. I do
like the gold touches on the handles.
Carl said, "Why did we get sheep? Because nobody told me no."
Also, it was before she was ever going to get dogs. She got them to kind of placate the children because they were really wanting a dog when we moved in over here because we'd been renting for like 9 years.
And they walk them. They still do. Like they'll walk on a leash and stuff. But the sheep are very happy at the church because they have 10 times bigger pen. They're like,
well, and they're baby doll sheep, so they're small. I mean,
they're little.
They're well fed, so they're porkers. They are fat.
They're wider than they are tall. The great thing about baby doll sheep, let me just give you a shout out to baby doll sheep. If you're thinking of getting some just to have, they don't challenge fences, so they're not like goats. They're not physically capable of going over the fence because their legs are like this long and they're like that wide. And they generally don't get over 100 pounds. Han might weigh 140.
No, Han's pushing 2 bills. Han he's chubby. But Chewy, he's slim and trim.
Traditional sheep can weigh up to 400 pounds. So these are like what they consider like a mini sheep, and they're cute. You know how like sheep have those really long snouts? Ours are a little bit shorter, and they always look like they're smiling, and they're very social. Like they love for us to be in the pen. Chewy's a little skittish, but Han will rub up against you. And
Han's like a big dog.
Yeah, I mean they're just darling. So
they're very smart. They're smart like dogs too. All right,
and
guys.
we use their wool. Eventually,
we have their wool from their first sharing. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is a carousel horse found in the wilds. It's a very rare thing to find one intact without needing any sort of huge repair, and it works. Maybe.
No, it did. I tried it. I put it in the listing.
There we go. I needed an extra spin. I'm going to have to put it way over there so I don't have to listen to it for half an hour.
Yeah, it's going to go on. Sheep are great lawnmowers. Yes, they mowed all the lawn in their big part of the pen, and it's big enough that if we keep it watered, they'll always have grass to munch on.
Yeah, they keep it about this long.
Yeah, they do a good job.
This was $4. We're selling it for $18.95. I am not painting this, so if you like the paint job on there.
It's a good paint job. It's cute.
Is. We're leaving it alone.
Found in the wilds. All right, let's talk about. So when we buy crates, we try to make them chippy. We try to stencil them and make them look old. I never thought about putting a tag on it like this, but I think I'm going to now because you can get these type of tags. You could tea dye them and get the look. But this
are we showing the crate now?
Yeah, this has all the military ephemera. It came from.
So this was a lieutenant colonel.
Lieutenant
pretty
Colonel,
high up.
His name is Lieutenant Colonel Stanton Hudson, and he went from Hawaii to Salt Lake City. And it's got the unaccompanied, meaning this was shipped without him. And it's got like a little bit of tagging there. It's got the stencil on the back. The color's really good. It's like I don't know if it might look gray, but it's actually kind of green, like a sagey green.
It's homemade, so he may have even made this himself. The hinges have been bent over. It's got the front clasp. It's got metal here. It's just plywood that it's made out of. But I like the metal wrap on the corners to keep it strong. He knew this thing was probably going to get beat up in shipping.
Yep, we paid $20 for it. I would ordinarily sell something like this if unpainted for around $80 or $90. If I painted it, probably be about $150. But because this is military with all the accoutrements on it, we're selling it for $149.95 because that does.
I
make
mean,
it
he
more
had a
valuable.
stencil
with his name on
with his name and everything on it. Like, I don't know if he made that or if there's a place you could have gone to back in the day to get it cut out.
They're bougie. He's bougie. All right. So we had a super chat from Sally. Thank you. She said that the manure makes us farmers.
All right.
The fertilizer makes you farmers.
Well, we're dealing with it either way.
Yeah, I'm as farmer as it gets. I mean, I'm a farmer and I also have a few full-time jobs. Not just one, just multiple full-time jobs. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they had them at the bottom of their bunks. Odelia made it to morph. All right, now put your phone up, Odelia, and have fun with Cooper. Carl says, I'm thinking he made this stencil. All right, so this is an oval silver. We bought at, what's that place called? It wasn't Goodwill. It wasn't DI. It's
Consignment Classics?
Oh, no. Consignment Classics in Sanitas. I wish.
Oh, no, not
the other side,
Classics.
Thrift Boutique.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a couple of them. They do a lot of good for people that need like employment rehabilitation. This was $1 and I'm selling it for $14.95. It's silver, but it's like the, what's it called? Silver plated.
Silver plate. Is it?
But it's like heavy.
Is it electroplated?
It says WM Rogers 812. So I don't think so. But WM Rogers is a really good silver brand. I like the braid around the edge and I like that it's oval. So $14.95 for this one.
I'm going to show this close while I'm here so you guys can see.
I really like that one.
All right, the dome, it's a low dome. It's got a little chip right here. We'll sand that so it's smooth for you. But
I love the dome, the cloche top on that. The base is everything. So it's got a scalloped edge, embossed flowers, and even the bottom is scalloped. Like all the details on it are really, really good.
Focus for me. There we go.
And it was how much? $4?
It was $4. We're selling it for $28.95.
$28.95.
I just really like this low dome. It reminds me of a patisserie. You see stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it does look like patisserie. And so does this other piece Zeb found. We actually have a lot of good cloches tonight. This one.
You thought you saw the good stuff, but here it comes.
I've been enjoying this one in my living room all week.
She didn't. So a lot of times we get the thrift haul and then it goes and lives in the garage until we're ready to show it to you. But she left this one out. It's got a good little
Push it up a
dome
little
on
bit
there.
so they can see the base. There we go.
There's
Sorry.
the base. Let me focus. I'll get this ugly tape off there. This one's $24.95. This is metal and it's pressed tin along here.
Yeah, it's really cool. So what grit of sandpaper would you use to
220
sand?
is fine.
220.
You could go higher if you want it to be real smooth. You could even polish it if you go up to like 2000 grit.
Like if you had like a little Dremel with fine.
No, you just do it by hand.
By hand. Okay.
Wet sand it.
Mariah uses a nail buffer, she said.
Yeah,
That's
that works.
smart.
That works too. That's the nail buffer is probably about 400
Yeah,
grit.
I'm obsessed with the little mini cupcake or mini cake size. I wouldn't say cupcake. You could fit a little mini bundt cake.
You could do one cupcake
You
in
could
there
fit
if you were
for
doing like a
Mother's Day.
photo
You could have
shoot.
bought me a nothing bundt cake and it would have fit in their little individual ones.
Yeah, you already got cake coming though.
All right, let's show them that cloche.
This one is a curvy girl.
I like
$5.99 at the Goodwill. We're selling it for $26.95. No base on this one, but it's big and this ball topper is solid. If it's not solid,
No, it's blown.
is it blown?
Mhm.
Oh, they did that. They married them. They're separate.
Zeb is tired.
Whew, that's an
Words are
understatement.
hard.
I was coming down the stairs after the shower. I'm like, oh, my legs are not happy with me.
Kai says that our new paint colors are pretty. Thank you. We finally got our actual paint in. So we have the pints and everything, and the labels are beautiful. We're going to be using our new paint
show you.
and some of the new stencils from the most recent release that came out Friday here in a little bit.
All right, well, I'll show you this. This is the new label here. It's got all the info.
We helped, so the label was designed, but we helped pick the colors. We changed a few things around, and then our logo is right on there.
That's good. We're going to be doing lots of videos with this paint because it's amazing and we're super excited about it.
Yes.
And we've got about 500 videos with DIY paint, so it'll be fun to do something new.
So we paid $1 each. These have kind of a green tint to them. They're good sized tumbler, and we're selling them for $19.95. And they don't have like a lot of scratches.
I'd say these are 16 ounce.
Yeah, 16 to 18 ounces, and they got a nice thick bottom, a blue tint, and they don't look like they were really ever used. Like they're
no, they look like they're brand new.
So $1 each and $19.95 for all four. Why do I have to yell, Jamie? Was I yelling? Normally, people think that I'm too soft when I'm not wearing my mic. So I don't know, Rita. Maybe I was excited. Cheryl says, love the new labels.
They are
Cynthia
cool.
says, just got here, have no sound. What color are we using tonight, Barbara? I don't know. We'll know soon because we're about to get to there.
I'm going to paint a clock.
You can show that one, and then we'll do this one.
So whenever we find these, we scoop them up. Doesn't matter if they're Christmas or fun holidays or whatever they are. This is the brown bag cookie art,
It's
1988 Hill design. They don't make the brown bag cookie art anymore, I don't think.
No, if they do, it's news to me. I think that was like $1.
Oh, sneeze.
We're selling it for $19.95. It's a big one. I love it. It looks like thistles.
Yeah.
I think those are thistles.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the design.
We just
on
pulled about 8 huge thistles out of the garden area.
Let's not talk about what we pulled out of that garden. My body's gonna feel it.
You'll see in a video coming soon. I time lapsed it.
Yeah, we're going to share what we've been doing at the church, but also paint. So Monday's video will have us using the new cottage colors on a couple of metal outdoor chairs. And then because that's not going to be super exciting because we're just going to paint them one color. We're also going to incorporate a little walkabout at the church to show you what we've been doing out there. So
lots of yard work because it's
the
spring.
cookie press is for shortbread, Heather said.
Oh, nice. I like shortbread.
Yep. All right, next.
This was $1.50.
Why
oak.
is this special?
This is an oak cutout. This is special because I don't know.
Because we found the exact same one in England and it was like $90.
Oh, yes.
It was more decrepit.
I was like, I don't remember why it's supposed to be special, but we talked about that in the thrift store.
He's so tired. We found this exact same style and design in England. It was much older, but it was the exact same style. I even took a picture of it because I wanted him to make me one to sell because I wasn't going to pay $90. Well, actually, it was 90 pounds. So probably $130.
Yeah, it's $130.
And we found this for $1.50, and I was so excited. It's handmade, dovetailed on the side. Like
is it dovetailed?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yes, it's just a really good oak box, and it's going to be $29.95. In England, it said it was a utensil holder, so I'm just going to go with it. It's a utensil holder, but you could just do whatever you want with it.
I think it'd be good for napkins.
Are we getting new front doors at the church? Hopefully, but probably not right away. We'll probably paint and make do until we find the perfect doors.
A lot of things at the church are going to be, let's get it to where we can work in it, and then we'll just fix things over the years because it's a huge project. It's a big building, a half-acre to landscape, and it's a little daunting to try to take it on all at once. So grand opening is going to come and go, and we'll still be doing projects.
Grambo, the channel member live is going to be this Tuesday. I think it's 10 a.m.
It is 10 a.m.
10 a.m. We just haven't posted it. We did talk about it Wednesday, but yeah, Tuesday, 10 a.m.
We'll do a post and remind you before we get to Tuesday. And printables are out for May already because I was late by a day getting April's done. So if you missed it, there were 4 printables for April and May.
You're welcome, Grambo. All right, so this is actually a lid.
It's a lid, a basket lid.
I would hang it on the wall, which is great. You could just use the lid to hang it. And then I would put a green wreath in it, like a box lid. Isn't it so cute? And we're selling it for $19.95. And I think I paid $2 or $4.
I think it was $2.
All the tags are missing tonight. We are.
It's because everything. So whatever this was on, this is like wired around. It's got wire clasps here. You could even, you know what I think would be cool is to do like an A-frame with some wire hook situation and hang it Like, oh, don't be yawning. I just yawned.
I'm sorry. Maybe that's why I yawned because
We
I didn't
got-
even know you
We
yawned.
got
I
a
yawned.
few minutes to go here, and then we got to clean up.
Are you gonna paint the utensil holder? No.
No, we're gonna
The
leave
one I
that
found
out.
was natural wood, and so I'm leaving that one natural wood. And I know you're shocked, but I also don't like if you paint it, you no longer see the dovetailing, which is, to me is one of the best parts about it.
We
So,
don't paint things like 1 in 10 pieces.
a mirror would be cute in the center of that too. Good idea, Dylan. I like it.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Not
Okay.
Judy said not ivy though. No ivy in there.
No, I don't. Put
No ivy in that. No. Okay, let's
we
talk
know
about the
an
rolling
ivy
pin
that we
aluminum.
really, really appreciate.
I love ivy, my shipping manager. I
Yeah.
don't like ivy, the decor. I love ivy in the garden. I don't like fake ivy. There you go. $8.95 for this little mini one. I think we paid like $1, and I'm going to paint the handles.
This one's $10.95. Is it also getting painted?
Yes, the handles.
So this one was $1.50.
Yeah, we love rolling pins. They sell super fast for us, and they look really cute displayed together. We never get to do that because they
We
don't
have a
stick around
big
long enough.
jar specifically for them at the church or at the shop, and it never has rolling pins in it because they're gone.
Carla got her salt wash today. What are you going to do with your salt wash?
Ooh, salt wash is so fun. So much things. So many things.
We'll show this next. This is actually gonna get done tonight because we're gonna stencil it.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be painting it with our new cottage colors here in a minute, and we're going to use the
I'm gonna go get a
French
drop
wall
cloth.
panel for this. We paid $1.50 for it. I love these embossed tin signs. It already has the hanging hardware on the back, and we're gonna sell it for $22.95 once it gets painted and stenciled. Oh, thank you for the HVAC fund money. Leslie gave us a super chat. She said for the farmer issues. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Hopefully they'll get the they're starting to do the ductwork for the HVAC. It was supposed to be done in 2 weeks, but 2 weeks came and went. So we kind of knew that because that's what happens. But we're hoping in the next couple weeks to get that in because it's starting to get warm. So I want to get the AC in. All right, we've got 4 more items to show. Zeb went to go get a drop cloth. This is a big pasta hermetic jar. I love it because it actually has imperfections in the glass. You won't be able to see this, but and it's got a green tint to it, and it's made in Italy. And we paid $2 for it. We're selling it for $19.95. The lid is actually clear glass, which is kind of fun. But this is a good hermetic jar.
I always buy them if they say made in Italy.
Yes.
Every
You
time.
always buy them anyways. You like the tall ones. This is a
Hermetic.
live edge cutting board. It was $1. It's got the bark on the side, and it's a good heavy weight. What type of wood do you think this is? It's not
That. This looks like walnut to me.
It could be. Should you sand it so that way you can smell it?
No, it's walnut.
It's
Probably
walnut
like an English walnut.
for $19.95. We paid $1 for this clipboard. We're gonna paint it and stencil it, and it's gonna be $16.95. That one's super cute. And then last but not least, we have a mixed wood cutting board. They took a bunch of different types of wood and then they clunked them together. It was $3 and we're selling it for $24.95. We love cutting boards, can you tell? We're gonna make sure it's all clean, give it a light sanding, not gonna paint it or anything, and we'll oil it up and we'll be good to go.
If I had to guess, maple.
Are you guessing all the
Possibly
wood today?
some sort of walnut, or could have even be like a darker alder, and then this is a dark walnut in the middle. Just saying.
I washed these brushes. I washed these.
But I can't
brushes
smell this
right-
one. The smell's all gone from the cutting board.
right before the live, and so they're kind of wet. Carl said, "Good prices, thank you." Sorry, I forgot my mic as I walked away. I would wear it, but it just doesn't fit well on my sweatshirt. Hey, Shouter, you need your mic. You can't please everybody. I'm definitely not shouting, but sometimes people have it comes across. And then some people tell me they can't hear me, which I think is hilarious because I've never been told that in real life ever. All right, I'm drying these off.
What color do you want the base on this to be? Or am I just stenciling it? Am I leaving the green crackle on here? I think I should leave the green crackle on here. What do you think?
You need to paint it. You need to paint it
Okay.
because that's what we're showing them the new paint.
Okay.
So do you want to paint it haint blue?
Yes.
Okay, and then stencil in gray skies?
No, I'll probably do white.
Oh, white, yes, because we're doing the French panel. That would be very French. So the haint blue is technically named after the southern porches of America. However, it is a very good French colored light blue that's not baby blue. So we're going to paint this in that. Once it's dry, then we're going to stencil on it with the French wall panel in white linen. And then we're done because there's a built-in sealer and we don't have to seal it. So we're super excited. Also, we get any can that has been dented. So this one is a little bit scraped up, so it's now our can. We actually we ordered a ton, so much so that they didn't ship it in just boxes. They sent it on a pallet in a semi-truck and dropped off the cottage color to the shop today. One of 3 orders that we've made of it. And so we only had a couple of cans with battle damage. Oh my gosh, that haint blue is so pretty.
It's.
Did you shake it?
Yeah.
Okay, because
I shook 'em.
the paint will separate. So regular DIY paint is clay-based, never separates.
So this has like a. Tell them all the things.
I already
about
did
it.
about the top coat.
Okay.
This one has a built-in top coat, and because of that,
That's
it
good.
can separate. So just shake it
It's got
or stir it with a popsicle
self-leveler.
stick.
Okay. Wow, that's really
Will the
wet
new
still.
paint come in larger sizes? Eventually, BB, we decided to go with pints because we couldn't do samples, pints, quarts for a brand new paint line with the warehouse. And so we just went with pints because it was like right in the middle, which was a good compromise.
So being a new product, they want to make sure that it's viable, that it's going to sell well, that
Does
it's
it look
got
white on camera?
longevity. It probably does look a little white on camera, but that's because I've got it real bright.
It dries darker. So DIY paint dries lighter.
You want to go run grab the heat gun and we'll
Yes.
show them?
And this dries darker. I got a new heat gun from Harbor Freight for your truck. Because this heat gun's on its way out.
You know what? I might need to do the gray skies on this
Why?
because it's light.
It's not going to be contrasty enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I tried to get you to do gray skies from the beginning, but you were listening to me. I know, I step away from my mic. I didn't say anything important. It's a beautiful blue. Yes, it is. I am super excited. Could you use Salvation Solution with this product? Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It's water-based, so.
Okay, that's ready for you. So the one thing about this that's a lot different than DIY paint is you cannot wet distress it like you can the DIY paint. You might be able to get it to come off, but you're going to be scrubbing.
Well, what I did the other day to try to wet distress it, before it dried all the way, I wet distressed it, and that actually worked okay. Also, if you're using a heat gun, make sure, Deb, did you lose a...
Is there an eyelash in
No,
there?
you did not. I thought you lost a bristle, but it's just... I was like, that's weird. We never lose bristles with our Klingons. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving because otherwise you're gonna get bubbles because it has a top
cracking
coat.
me up with the mic.
So if you're gonna use a heat gun, just keep it moving. Keep it moving along. You really did a number on this.
What?
We're hoping the paint will start shipping this week. If you ordered it like
Well, Monday.
no, not Monday. Like middle
Well,
of the
Monday
week.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah, next week. We have to wait for the official launch date. However, if you didn't order it like the first day or the first few days, we're gonna ship it out the first pallet and then we order it again. So that will come and then we'll ship out that when it comes in. So it really depends on when you ordered. If you ordered today, so that's probably going to be a few weeks. It depends on how long the warehouse has to get. They're getting the first wave out for the people that ordered right when it came out, and then they'll ship out our other paint to us.
Yeah,
So we
it's
don't
still
have exact
technically on
dates.
pre-order, so
Yeah.
so it's going to take a little bit to get it all out there.
Am I invisible? I don't know. Are you, Leslie? I'm drying and not, if you don't see me, if I'm looking at the camera or at a project, I'm not seeing your comments. Because I can't, we film on a camera, so I have to look over at the laptop. Kathy said that she really liked the stencil on the bench. That actually sold when we're shipping it. So
Sold right away.
if you rubber band 3 chapsticks together, they make perfect paint stir sticks. All right. I thought you were going to paint in gray. Are you going to stencil in gray?
Yeah, I'm going to stencil in gray.
Oh, okay. That'd be pretty.
Where'd that long stencil go, though? That new stencil.
Leslie question: did she reseal after what? No, I don't reseal after I distress this paint because it just. I guess if it was, I don't know. I guess if it was something that was going to get heavy used, and I was worried that maybe I had to ruin the integrity of the sealer, but the sealer is not just on the top, if that makes sense. It's all the way through the paint, so you can distress it and still be done because the paint itself that's left is going to have sealer in it.
I don't know if you guys can see this stencil. I'll try to get it to focus. Oh, there it is a little bit. I'm about to do this on that piece. I don't remember what this one's called.
I should not read questions and he again at the same time. I bubbled it a
Did
little.
you bubble
okay.
it?
It's okay because it just adds to the patina.
Do you remember what this one's called? This stencil?
Yeah, it's the French wall panel.
French
I
wall
named
panel.
all these stencils, so I actually know them. Usually Caitlin does it, but. Do you need to seal when you're putting on a transfer? No. Because it has that built-in sealer. So yeah, you don't have to seal before you put a transfer on. Make sure it's all the way dry.
Tape. I need some
What?
tape. I got a lot of tape around here. Let me see if one of these old used pieces will stick.
You know what I think would be super cute though? Is if we painted the frame white.
Okay.
We don't have to do it on the live if we don't have time because it's already.
I was going to paint my
9:22.
clock, but we're doing this project because this is cooler.
Well, we had to show off the stencils. So, but I'll just remind you next week that you agreed to paint the clock.
haven't stenciled with this a lot yet. Just know
It has to be
go
very dry. Unless you're dealing with fabric like the video that went up Friday. It needs to be very dry. You know what you could do is do gray and then do the white slightly shifted like a
halo.
And that might make the white show up more.
We'll get you
Leslie
guys a close
said
up.
she used a transfer on DIY paint without sealing. You can use a transfer on DIY paint without sealing as long as you haven't distressed it with powder, and it's best if you let it sit for 24 hours. We just recommend sealing under it because it's the best and easiest way to do transfers. So we try to give people the correct information, and you all know that we break the rules. So. Do you seal after applying a transfer? Yes. Is there free shipping on the stencils? Yes, Barbara, to the 48 contiguous states. Lunchbox lady, this is the French wall panel. So
it's going to take a minute. It's really detailed.
I literally found the most gorgeous French antique wall panel and sent it to my graphic designer and said, "Can you make a stencil that looks like this?" And there you go.
Hopefully I'm not too juicy. This is pretty slick underneath.
How do you compare your white color to the standard DIY color? It's bright white.
It's like
it has no blue, gray, yellow tint. It's just white, and bright. Let's see. Kathy said that she watched a British show filmed in France with lots of beautiful painted furniture. Yeah, they do painted furniture well in France. I really want to get there, but we have some things coming up like October, November. I keep forgetting about that we need to be like investment wise. And I'm like, oh, maybe we shouldn't go to France. We'll see. I really want to go for my 40th birthday. And it sounds frivolous, except for the fact that we make back what we spend and then some. So it makes it worth it.
It's a workcation.
It's just the time. Let's see if there's any questions. Oh, thanks for the stars, Kathy Souza. So if you guys are watching on YouTube and you don't know what stars are, on Facebook, instead of doing a super chat, you can do what's called stars. And it's just basically like a tip for saying, hey, thanks for being live. And we take all that money and we put it towards the big church that we're renovating. You're doing a really good job. It's very detailed.
It's so detailed.
Oh, Jackie's going to France in November. That sounds awesome.
Nice.
And Sally just ordered 2 cans of the new paint in white. Sweet. What do you use to seal on transfers? Usually Big Top or Sweet Pickens top coat. And I've actually been known to use clear wax too. Like, especially if you use this paint underneath, you could just use clear wax over the top of transfer. The biggest thing with transfers, if you're putting them on, we only ever use the products that we sell. Like, hands down, I've actually never used anything else. I just know what other people's experience is. And if you use anything that's got chemicals, that's not all natural, that's harsh, not water-based, even if it's water-based, but it's not all natural or it has a chemically smell, sometimes those don't work well with transfers. And the reason being is when you put that sealer on and then you put the transfer over the top, the chemicals leach into the air and cause a gas, essentially. I was getting to the gas.
I was waiting for it.
And it causes the transfer to bubble. So just be very careful what you use. I always recommend our products. I know they're not the only products. They're just the only ones I've tried. So if you're not using something we sell to seal it with,
we have really great results with what we use. So just saying.
Well, if you're not using what we sell, then just make sure that you talk to the brand that you're using and say, hey, will this work under a transfer? Because they'll probably know. How's the finish? Flat or gloss? It is a satin finish. The shinier your piece underneath, the shinier the finish on top. So like on raw wood, it's almost matte. And then I would say this is probably a satin or an eggshell finish. It's not glossy.
We will show you here in just a minute. If we go over time, I'll stay on until I get this done because this is taking a hot minute to stencil. It's got so much detail. I hope I went to swirling. I hope I don't get it all muddy.
So Yumiko says she's using the stencil for her transit over her doors. That's going to be gorgeous. Cool. This would also be very beautiful with if you mixed the paint with paint frosting and made it thick and did a raised stencil because of all the detail that's in it. Cone heads are from France. Are you talking about the cone-headed hydrangeas? I don't know if that's what she's talking about. We actually found an heirloom cone-headed hydrangea plant in Monet's garden, like Monet's village. And it said that you had to pay €1 to take a picture with it. And Debbie totally took a picture. It was like, you have to put €1 in there. So she did. And then the lady laughed.
The lady came out. She's like, the sign's a joke.
So I'll never forget cone-headed hydrangeas in France.
She knew all about them. She talked at length about her hydrangea.
Les says, I do too many things with my hands to get my nails done. Me too. I actually, if you watch videos from like 4 years ago, used to get gel polish on because I was a little bit self-conscious because we film my hands a lot, but it was just a lot of effort. I mean, I got a Band-Aid on that finger, but yeah. The nice thing about gel polish, if you get paint on it, it will come off without ruining your nail polish.
Something under
No, Coneheads from Saturday Night Live. I'm no. Well, Coneheads from Saturday Night Live, cone-headed hydrangeas. You should look those up now, by the way. They're really pretty. What finish did I use on my countertops, Kathy? I used white oil wax. The back ones aren't the best example of that. Long story, I messed it up. But the island has held up beautifully considering it's constant.
I tried to re-oil wax it because I had it out the other day for another project and it wouldn't even absorb any oil. It sat on the top. I ended up just wiping it off.
You are almost done.
I'm almost there. It might be a little light in some areas just because I'm hurrying. I'll have to come back and do a second coat. This is probably the most detailed stencil we make.
Yeah, for sure. All right, you're good.
There's enough on there they'll get the idea.
We'll go back and second coat that. And then I'm also going to paint the frame white. Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh.
I like
Here, hit it with the heat gun because it gets darker.
Okay.
I'll
guys
show
wanna see
you.
the magic?
Suspense. What does it look like?
So what I want to do, Zeb, is I want to paint the frame white, and then I'm going to come back with white wax or a white wash, so that way you can see all the crackle.
I'm thinking of about 1,000 uses we could do with this stencil, though.
It's so good. I like Yumiko's that she's going to use it on her transom over her doors.
So this is all the new cottage colors. I don't have to seal this. We're done. Oh, I
Did you
think
do
I
it
put it
upside
upside down.
Oh, you're going to have to repaint it. Zeb is notorious for doing it upside down.
So the background color is the Haint Blue. And then this is Gray Skies. And we use the French wall panel stencil.
I think it turned out really good. But it's a good thing that you like to stencil because it's upside down. So we'll flip it the right side up. I am going to paint the frame white and then do like a white glaze effect or white wax to get all that crackle to show up. But I think it turned out awesome. So
That's a great stencil. I like it.
all right, guys, if you have any questions, comment below and we'll try to catch them. Or you can always message us on Facebook. If you have shipping or product questions, email info@jamierayvintage.com. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Oh, and don't forget to hit up jamierayvintage.com for this new stencil and these paints because they're awesome. I can't take
Paints
credit.
are coming soon. We'll get them out to you quick as we can.
Can't take credit. The manufacturer really did a good job on these.
Yes, they nailed
Love
it.
them, love them, love them. Love you guys. See you next week.
Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day. Didn't even talk about that. Happy
Yeah, we
Mother's
did.
Day.
We talked about my cake.
Oh, I guess